Master Chief and his adventures chronicle some of our favorite games and probably our favorite gaming franchise here at No Time Gamer. We've been going back to Halo over and over again since its release back in 2001, and we still find each game engaging and the original Halo CE a nostalgic blast to play through even today. In this video, you'll get to hear from all 4 of our team members as we discuss all things Halo. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel helping your gaming sessions be time well spent. I'm Joe, and with me is Derek.
What up?
Marcus.
Hello.
And Andrew.
Hello.
Alright guys, so let's get right into it. What was your first time playing Halo?
I don't know if I remember the exact first time I played. I didn't personally have the game growing up because I was a PlayStation kid, but
Boo.
yeah. So those were the days when like Halo 2 was out and you would go over to people's house and just like do 4-player split screen and talk trash on each other. And those were, that's like the first times that I remember playing Halo.
Yeah, so my first time playing Halo probably was at some point at Derek's house, going over there during the holidays, and he was probably playing, and I walked downstairs and joined him if he let me. Probably not the first time, and he probably destroyed me the first time, because that's how he plays multiplayer games. You hop on, and you're either good, or you get destroyed by him.
How the tables have turned, though.
Yeah, and I remember I borrowed Halo 1 and 2 at some point before I had Xbox Live, and I played through the campaigns. That was probably like when I was like 13 or something. And then I never really played a Halo Online much until Master Chief Collection came out. Well, after that started working anyway.
My first time playing Halo was when I got an original Xbox for Christmas, and my parents bought me a few games, and one being a demo disc with the original Halo on it, and I played through the Silent Cartographer mission over and over until my cousin came to town and kicked my ass in 4-player split screen, and I was like, yeah, this game is awesome, I definitely got to get this one. So got the original Halo, and I've had every single one day it released ever since.
Alright, so I'm the eldest member of the team, so I actually found Halo just by chance at a Circuit City one day when I was looking for a game, and I actually got it on PC. That's the first place I played it. I was at the store and I'm like, hey, this looks kind of cool. That's when box art still actually made a difference in whether you bought a game or not. So I looked at it, read the back, and said, okay, it's a sci-fi game, aliens, looks kind of fun. And I took it back and I played it, and I loved the heck out of it since then. Alright, so with that all said, what is your personal favorite Halo game? Derek, we'll shoot it at you first this time.
Well, though it's a fun game, I gotta say automatically, just because we got a lot of attention out of it, it's not ODST. Get over it, people. Very good, just it don't have Master Chief in it, so what are you looking at? To be real, definitely gotta say Halo 3. Its online was great, story was great. I mean, yes, CE is great for the nostalgia factor, but 3 is my all-time favorite.
All right, I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna say Halo CE is my favorite. And it is the nostalgia is the reason it's my favorite. You don't forget your first time, and while the first time may not be the best, you don't forget it.
You get better with time.
My favorite, the campaigns were always okay, but I always played multiplayer more. And Halo 2 is probably the better multiplayer, but I was better at Halo 4. So Halo 4 might be my favorite just because I was, when you're winning online, it's more fun. So if I was the best at that game, then that's probably the game I had the most fun in.
I'm going to, go against what Derek said earlier, and I'm going to pick Halo Reach actually as my favorite, regardless of whether you play as Chief or not, because I just found the mechanics of that game to be like my absolute favorite. And I always tried to get through Halo campaigns as like quickly as I could. Like I always wanted to go back and play it until I finished because the stories are so great. But like that one, I sat down to play like early in the day and I played it straight through all day and it was fantastic.
So now that we know what your favorite game is, what's your favorite or best Halo memory? Marcus, we'll shoot to you this time.
So you're probably sensing a theme about my Halo memories here, but I know like with these 3 guys in the room with me and a bunch of other people actually, we used to do big game nights where we'd have like multiple TVs going and multiple consoles. In those days, like we pretty much usually just played Halo online. Like nobody played together anymore. Like couch co-op wasn't really a thing that much. So when we all got in the room, there was like, how many of us? Probably like 16 people playing at the same time. Like,
oh yeah,
just like
at least 4 TVs.
Yeah, 4 TVs. Like it was fantastic. Those were like some of the best times because you had a mix of people who like, played the game all the time. Like me and Derek and a couple other people. And then you had people who like didn't even play video games at all. So they were just like kind of running around trying not to die. And they'd like scream as soon as you shot at them. And it was just like a total blast.
Yeah, and when he says about the people who suck, that's pretty much me. I'm terrible at online shooters, but I love them, but I suck at them. Which actually goes back to what is my best Halo memory was from when I was back in college, and it was just Halo CE at the time. Me and buddies from college, we would sneak into the auditoriums where they had big projector screens, and there'd be 8 of us, and 4 of us would go in one hall, and 4 of us would go in the other hall, and we would play LAN Party Halo 4v4 on these gigantic screens, and it was just an absolute freaking blast.
Real quick to touch on what Marcus said, one of the best things about those game nights, though, was that you would get people that were a lot younger than maybe the later gamers. So, like, people like Andrew, who have a little bit of an age gap, who wasn't used to doing the couch co-op, got to experience it with all of the, bragging when you got shot and all the trash talk. So that's definitely an awesome memory, and we need to have one again soon.
Yeah.
But probably some of my favorite memories for sure would definitely be the one time, first, I can't tell you how many times me and Marcus have gone through the campaigns of each game, because I know we've done every one at least once, but God, so many more times.
Except for 5.
We're halfway through. I mean, listen, 5's great, but it does get a little bit off track. But we'll get there. Though one of my favorite times was when me and Marcus were playing Maw at the end of the original Halo, and I'm always the driver, he's always the gunner, and we were going off a ramp, and Flood exploded right at the exact right time, where the Warthog did a backflip, and we landed it and kept going. It was really cool, and had a clip of it, but of course I didn't save it, so it's gone. But real quick, the last probably favorite memory is probably the first time I ever played Halo online. I got so many kills that game. I don't think I've actually ever gotten higher, which probably was beginner's luck, which totally showed. I don't know, it's hard for me to pick because Halo's one of my absolute favorite video games, so I have a lot of favorite memories.
Very nice. All right.
Well, I got mine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What's up?
How dare you? Do you know what my KD is?
Dude, now he's over there flexing. You know what my
Yeah.
KD is?
All right. So my favorite Halo memory probably, it's not one memory, but back in high school when Halo Reach was out, the custom games in Halo Reach were incredible. And we always had just massive lobbies going with people playing all like different, whatever mini game in Halo, you name it, we played them all. Like the Mongoose technical challenges, like Duck Hunt, and like everything in between, all the infection modes and everything. So Halo Reach custom games were really unmatched, and for that time in my life, everybody was on playing all the time. Just in that era, it was pretty awesome.
All right, so coming on to more recent events, let's talk about Halo Infinite and the big reveal last year that now is a point of controversy. So, Marcus, we're going to start with you again. What are your thoughts on the Halo Infinite reveal from last year?
So if we're just talking about the reveal from last year, honestly, like, Halo is something that I always look forward to, and like it's been one of my favorite games forever, and that reveal honestly was like, it was pretty disappointing, and you saw like the graphics didn't look that great, like they really didn't give us a lot after such a long wait, and it was just like,
I don't know what you're talking about. Craig the Brute is a damn legend.
Well, they did give us Craig, so we can't be that mad about it. That's true. But I'm glad that like we've actually seen some more recently, so that it's not as disappointing now. If you think back, the first thing you saw last year was like, oh, this doesn't look that great, and now it's like definitely much more exciting.
When I first saw it, I wasn't blown away, but I was of course excited because it's still Halo. I mean, even bad Halo is good Halo for the most part.
Unless it's ODST.
Cricket.
But I will be disappointed in the future if Craig the Brute is still not there. If he's not there when the final game comes. I don't care if the rest of the game looks pristine, looks amazing. And that spot in the game, when you get there, Craig the Brute better show up.
I think at this point, it's already been delayed one time, and it's already been like 6 years since Halo 5 came out. So at this point, if they release it and it's not perfect or close to it, or if it like flops like Master Chief Collections Online did, or if the campaign isn't what they kind of advertised it would be in Halo 5 or anything like that, then it could be bad. Because although they seem to be saying they're going to be updating the game for years to come, if it's bad to start, then it's going to hard to be really good at the end if it's not a great launch.
Derek, what were your thoughts?
Well, like you said, I'm excited regardless, and I know that sounds bad because if they put something bad out...
Yeah, boy!
Yeah, definitely, I get it. I'm still excited because it's Halo. Yeah, I don't want it to suck by any means. I want them to take the time to put out a good product and make it as best as it can be. I would rather them delay it multiple times and make it awesome than, release it with bugs or bad graphics.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, not that. If it comes out like that, I'll be real bummed. But either way, like I said, as soon as I see Master Chief in like a new trailer, not gonna lie, I'm pretty pumped up for a new game. So I'm looking forward to, putting as many hours as I can into it. But I really hope that it comes out as best as it can be and they don't release it too early.
All right, last one, and I know it's going to be a hot button because there's some stigmas that come with this idea. Halo Infinite is said to have free multiplayer when it releases. And that means free as in you don't even need Xbox Live. So what are your thoughts on that one?
So it's pretty simple. It's either they have anti-cheat that works and the game is fine, it doesn't matter, it's free to play, or they have anti-cheat that doesn't work and the game ends up like Warzone where there's just cheaters everywhere and it's not fun to play because half the time you die and it's not a fair death.
Oh, I didn't even think about the cheating route.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts exactly. It seems like the games like Warzone and like Apex Legends is free, and like there's a bunch of others, and they just like honestly I feel like for people who are really into gaming, and maybe I'm not right, but I don't feel like those are good gaming experiences for people like us because there's just so many people who are there to either wreck a good time for us or it's just and the gameplay experience itself usually isn't that great and free to play games like that either, so I really hope it's done right.
See, I'm worried about what free means because there's no such thing as free in gaming anymore. Free usually means we're going to monetize the crap out of this thing on the back end. So I'm worried about, and it's Derek's favorite game, the Fortnite experience.
God, that's terrible. I don't care if you like it, it's trash. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm worried about them microtransactioning the crap out of the game with, and for God's sake, please not dances or stupid emoji things that get thrown in there. I mean, I'm okay with skins, armor pieces, some stuff like that, but please none of these stupid emoting things that just ruin the whole experience.
First of all, back to the whole cheating thing. Like, I don't get how people think that's a good time. All right, yeah, so you have a really good KD or whatever, and like everything looks great, but dude, you're a cheater, so like you're not actually good at the game. I don't care. You're an asshole.
Yeah, and you can't flex like Andrew if that's your...
No, because Andrew's KD is legit, and let's be real, it's awesome. I don't know if he's ever had a perfect medal. I have. Wow. I know it sounds braggy.
No, I don't think so.
Gotcha.
But it means you're better than me.
Oh, well, not really. But
It's getting sweaty
I
in
think
this
it was
room.
called. I think it was
It's getting
called,
real sweaty.
I think it might have been luck. But like he was saying, if it turns into anything like Fortnite, I will literally cry. Because I, honest to God, hate that game. I'm sorry. They've had other games that try to, like, grab that crowd with the new Forza Horizon. Love the game, but there's some things that are just not good because they're turning it into that. So if this would turn into that, I would really be sad if I hated a Halo title. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
So we're not real happy about it.
Yeah, we're hoping they do it right. We're still holding out faith that 343 Industries can pull it all together and keep our favorite gaming franchise going in a really positive direction.
Well, and they've done a great job because I feel like some people are like, as soon as Bungie got rid of it, it's like, oh, it's trash. No, I'm sorry. The games that 343 put out are still great.
Yeah, they're
But
not bad games.
No, they're great. I am nervous that they're going to wreck it with that, but we'll see. I have high hopes, but who knows?
All right, so anybody watching, let us know what your thoughts about Halo or Halo Infinite down in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.